Hi Capricorn, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. So this is going to be your love and spirituality reading for the rest of February, and this will be for Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. And I'll also be doing an extended video, so make sure you check the description box down below when you are done with this one. Okay Capricorn, so when I was pulling cards on your energy earlier, I got the Five of Pentacles and also the Hanged Man. So the Five of Pentacles talks about you feeling like you lack something in your life. It could be that you feel that you're lacking love or that you're lacking money. Like some of you are having financial troubles. But the good thing is that you're finally moving into a space where you are going to go after the things that you want, that you feel like you have been lacking. I feel like a lot of you have been kind of feeling the pain of that lack for a long time, but not doing anything about it. So for example, if you feel like you're lacking love in your life, you haven't been, putting yourself out there and dating or giving yourself self-love. So you've just been kind of feeling the energy of that lack. If you are lacking finances, you've just been kind of trying to make ends meet, but not really doing anything to supplement your income. So now you are finally moving towards this space where you're sick of just feeling the lack. Now you want to actually start moving and doing things to counteract that feeling, So some of you are ready to start dating again. Some of you are going to start a business or start some type of side hustle in order to make a bit more money. So that is a good thing, especially with you having Capricorn in your chart. When you have a lot of Capricorn energy in your chart and you're stagnant and you're not going after the things that you want, it can make you feel very anxious. It's like some signs, they feel drained when they do too much, and Capricorns can feel drained when they don't do enough. So I feel like action definitely needs to be taken on your end in order for you to feel more confident, in order for you to feel better about life. So Capricorn, let's see here. Okay, the Chariot card is at the bottom of the deck. So the Chariot card talks about moving forward. I do think that a lot of you are just sick of being stagnant and you are just ready for a new phase of your life. I feel like things have just been going the same way for a very long time. Like you've been in kind of like a repetitive cycle or some type of slump for a very long time, and you are pretty much sick of it and you're ready to move forward and to go after the things that you want in life. Also, I feel like after a cycle that you have been through, you're now starting to see your self-worth and you're starting to see that you deserve so much more, and so now you're going to start going after the things that you want. So if any of you have left out of a hard, what am I hearing, like a harsh ending to a relationship, or something harsh happened in the past that forced you to have to rebuild yourself and forced you to have to look at what it is in life that you feel like you deserve, if that makes sense. So for example, if you got into a relationship with someone who was treating you badly, that almost makes you stop and have to ask yourself, why am I allowing this, and why am I just kind of taking this? And then that's when you come to the conclusion that you aren't valuing yourself as much as you should. You're not seeing that you deserve to be treated well, and then you start to explore why it is that you feel that way, and that's when a lot of people start to get into healing. Like that's what I mean when I say like a harsh sort of situation that kind of forces you to see the things within yourself that need to be healed in order for you to be the best version of yourself. Hope that that made sense. So yeah, with the Chariot, I feel like you are just moving on in your life and just wanting a new beginning, and you are moving on in a way that is going to be very prosperous for you, because some people, they get out of a situation that wasn't right for them and they'll move on, but they won't really grasp the lesson or grasp what they were supposed to learn, and so they'll just move on to someone else, or they'll move on to another situation, and they'll keep doing that over and over and getting the same results. I feel like that's not what's happening with you. I feel like you're moving on, taking the knowledge that you have obtained from that past cycle, so you won't have to repeat it again. So that is a good thing. I feel like in that cycle you saw a part of yourself or a side of yourself that you didn't necessarily like, and so you are actually going to put in the work to actually heal and grow. And when I say a side of yourself that you didn't like, it doesn't have to be anything too crazy. It could be, you just saw, okay, I just don't love myself as much as I could, because I wouldn't have been putting up with this, so yeah, you're moving forward with the knowledge that you obtained from that past cycle, and basically it's like a fresh new start and a new beginning. So looking in the past position here, we have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. So the Ten of Swords in the upright talks about a very painful or harsh ending. And with it being in the reverse, I feel like a lot of you were trying to prevent this ending from happening, which is very understandable, because when we have to end a situation that we really wanted, there's a lot of negative feelings that will come to the surface. First off, you know, we're missing someone that we actually love, or we have to cope with the fact that we have to remove ourselves from someone we love. And then on top of that is this sense of failure, because we didn't succeed in making the relationship last long term. And then there's this sense of grief, the sense of loss, the sense of abandonment, the sense of rejection. It's a bunch of negative feelings that come to the surface when we have to let go of a situation. And that's why people try so hard to grasp onto situations and never let them go. So I feel like that's what was happening here. Either you were grasping onto the situation or the other person was. But either way, an ending was not taking place because someone wouldn't let it go. So the Queen of Cups is here in the reverse. And the Queen of Cups talks about codependency. So the Queen of Cups in reverse, talks about codependency. So I feel like that's part of the reason why this relationship wasn't ending, or the situation wasn't ending, because there was a codependent attachment there. So it was very hard to walk away. When someone is codependently attached to you, or you're codependently attached to them, it's very difficult to sever that tie or sever that connection, because whoever the codependent is, they're getting their sense of happiness, self-worth, self-esteem from the relationship. So if the relationship goes away, all of their happiness, their confidence, everything about them, or everything that's making them feel good, goes away. And that's why codependent attachments are so dangerous, because if you become codependently attached to someone, they have a certain level of control or power over you. And that's why a lot of narcissists and sociopaths and things of that sort target codependent individuals, because they know that they have a sense of power over them and control. So I feel like there was some, like a codependent attachment here that was keeping this bond very tight, and not in a good way, like in a I'm stuck sort of way. So with the Seven of Swords being here in the upright, I feel like whoever you were dealing with could have been quite deceptive, kept doing things behind your back, or being very sneaky. The Seven of Swords sometimes talks about someone who is very sloppy as well, meaning they'll do something behind your back, but it's like they're not good at hiding it. They'll leave a bunch of evidence behind, and you'll just be like, okay, like, I clearly see that you're doing something wrong because I can see it on your social media, or I can tell by the way you're acting. Or it's like someone who, like, they're just not very good at being sneaky. Like, it's very easy to see that they're being deceptive. And that's another thing too that's very painful about codependent relationships. It's like, even when you see, it's like right dead in your face that this person is not doing what they're supposed to do, because you have such a strong bond to them, like a toxic attachment, you still feel like you can't walk away. So you'll lose respect for the person, you won't even really like the person anymore, but you still feel like you can't leave them because that bond is so tight, is what I'm seeing. And this makes sense with what I was saying in the beginning about you feeling like you're lacking something, because usually when you feel like you lack something, that's when we try to form these codependent bonds or these toxic bonds, because we feel like there's something missing, and so we kind of get whatever it is that we're missing from this one person, and then they have such a strong hold on us because we're getting everything that we feel like we don't have from them, and they're feeling like this empty space within us, and they just, you get what I'm saying, they have a sense of control or a sense of power. So for those of you who this wasn't a romantic relationship, this could be that you are feeling kind of like you have been deceiving yourself in some way, or you haven't been, it's like you haven't been being the best version of yourself. You know that you can do better, but you just haven't been doing better. And I'm not really sure why that is. I'm not really getting clearly why that is, but I just think that there could be some fear or something holding you back from going after the things in life that you want. It's like, you know that you're meant to be better than who you are, or you're meant to be doing greater things than what you're doing, but you're not, you haven't been pursuing them. But I feel like you're going to start pursuing them, because this is past energy. I also feel like some of you are very emotionally disconnected from life. You're needing to feel some sort of passion, or you're needing to find something that you are emotionally invested in order to kind of get this spark for life back. Because I feel like life has just been kind of stagnant and stale to you, and it's just not a good feeling, is what I'm seeing. Like you're alive, but you're not really living. So the let's see, present position. So the Four of Cups is here, but it's in the reverse. I mean, the Four of Pentacles, sorry. The Four of Pentacles in the upright talks about holding on to something quite tightly, usually something that's very valuable and something that's precious to you. But with it being in the reverse, I feel like this is you letting go of something that was once valuable to you, which is a very good thing, because like I said, in the past, I got this stagnant energy of being stuck or being bound to a certain situation because it was so important to you, and because there was a codependent tie to it. But now you are letting it completely go, which is a good thing. No matter how painful, you're willing to let it go. And once you make the decision to let it go, so many new opportunities open up for you. It's like a whole new world opens up for you. You just have to make the conscious decision to fully let the situation go away and make room for the new to come into your life. Also, it's like this feeling of just being lighter, because I feel like that situation, whatever situation it was in the past, it was really weighing on you. It's like you were just carrying a lot of heavy weight around because of this situation, and now that you let the situation go, you just feel like 10 pounds lighter. The Three of Swords is here in the reverse, so I feel like a lot of you are healing from heartache, which is a very, very good thing. I feel like it hasn't been an easy task to move away from this heartache, because I do feel like you were very much attached to whatever that situation was, but you're doing it, because the Four of Pentacles being in the reverse and the Three of Swords, that means that you are healing, and you're actually healing in a very healthy way. I feel like you're going at the pace that you're supposed to. Some of you, though, what I'm hearing, I think this for a small amount of you, you are skipping steps when it comes to healing. Like, you're trying to just suppress it and not feel it at all. And just be careful with that, because sometimes you can actually suppress the pain and later on it'll just pop up out of nowhere. So don't try to suppress the pain too much. I understand that to a certain extent you have to suppress it because you have things to accomplish. You can't walk around, you know, with that pain on you all day long, so you have to suppress it to a certain extent. But make sure that, you know, you give yourself that time to cry, even if you have to schedule in a good cry at nights, or just schedule in time to sit and allow yourself to release those emotions through some type of outlet. Just make sure you're giving yourself time to do that. But for most of you, I feel like you are healing the right way, and your heart is being mended and healed from that past situation. So the Nine of Pentacles is here. Okay, this is okay. The Nine of Pentacles, it's in the reverse though, and I'm saying that because this could be that some of you are not very happy with feeling single at the moment. For those of you who are newly single, I feel like you're just not happy with it, despite the fact that you are healing and, you know, you did let that go. There's this sense of emptiness now that's in your life, and that's why I said that a lot of you need to find something that you're passionate about, because I feel like this person or whatever the situation was, it was like, even though it was negative, it was still filling some type of emptiness or some type of void in you. And now that person is gone, now there's this sense of like hollowness, or like there's something missing, and you're needing to fill whatever this hole is, whatever this void is, with something else that you're passionate about in life. It's never healthy to like take something out of your life and then not replace it with anything else, because you'll just feel that hollow space. So you need to replace that person, or I guess that situation, with something that you love or that you're passionate about. So this will be the perfect time to set some type of goals for yourself, to start a new career, to start school, to take an online course. Like, this would be a perfect opportunity for you to rebuild yourself and just really fill your schedule up with things that make you feel fulfilled. You know, go volunteer at a shelter, or go do some humanitarian work, or it's like just fill your days up with things that feel fulfilling to you. And if you don't know what your passion is, just try out a bunch of different things until you find something that sparks that interest, or that makes you feel that sense of being alive inside, and then you take that and you run with that. I really do think that some of you, for those of you who have been wanting to start a new business or a side hustle, this is going to be your perfect opportunity to do so. I think that you will be very prosperous in this, because it's like you'll be taking all of that energy that you once were putting into that past situation and putting it directly into your business, or putting it directly into whatever it is that you're about to start, and you're going to be very prosperous, or you're going to be very victorious, because like I said, your energy is so free that now you can give all of it to whatever this next cycle or this next endeavor is. So we're going to finish this over on my Vimeo channel, so I'll leave the link to that down below. Thank you for watching, Capricorn, and I will see you over on Vimeo.